On the pages of eternity, there are some events written in golden letters that create a vibration in human hearts even after thousands of years have passed. Walking along that dusty path of history, today we will return to a tale of great sacrifice, where a prophet faced the most difficult tests of his life. As a result of that test, a great sign of Allah stands tall on the earth today. Today, we will hear the story of that holy land waking up, and we will hear the thrilling chapter of the life of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam, where he survived in the deep abyss of the ocean, inside the belly of a huge fish. But how did Prophet Yunus alayhi salam get there? And why did a prophet of Allah have to face such a difficult test? From the pages of history, today we will uncover some information that perhaps you have never heard like this before. It is a story from a long time ago. It is the history of about 800 years before the birth of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. On the banks of the Tigris River in present-day Iraq, there was a vast empire named Nineveh. This Nineveh, the capital of the Assyrian civilization, was one of the wealthiest and most modern cities in the world at that time. Large buildings made of white stone, wide roads, and rows of fruit orchards on both sides of the road. Nineveh was full of abundance. People from far and wide came to this city for business or travel purposes. The streets of the city were always buzzing with the noise of people. They were ahead of everyone in art, culture, and trade. But hidden behind this outward beauty was a terrible darkness. The people there were drowned in deep sin and superstition. They had forgotten the worship of the One, Allah, and worshipped idols made by their own hands. They were so blinded by the arrogance of wealth and power that oppressing each other, exploiting the weak, and engaging in immoral acts became their daily habit. There was no humanity or mercy left among them. Slowly, Nineveh turned into a city of death, immersed in sin. In such a dark time, to show the light to this lost nation, Allah Rabbul Alameen sent his beloved servant there, Prophet Yunus ibn Matta alayhi salam. He received prophethood at the age of only 28. A great responsibility was placed on the shoulders of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam to bring the hundreds of thousands of people of Nineveh back to the path of truth. The young Prophet Yunus alayhi salam was extremely pious, honest, and possessed a noble character. By the command of Allah, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam started his great mission. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam realized that the people of Nineveh had moved far away from the true path, and changing their long-standing habits would not be easy at all. Yet with indomitable courage and trust in Allah, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam started going from door to the people. The king of Nineveh at that time was Dakianus. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam began to convey the message of truth to everyone, from the royal court to the common people, with great humility and firmness. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam said to them, "O my nation, leave the worship of these lifeless objects and return to the One, Allah. He is the owner of this heaven and earth. He created you. In this lies your welfare for this life and the hereafter." But the king, blinded by the lust for power, and his subjects, drunk on arrogance, did not respond to the call of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam. Instead, they started mocking and ridiculing Prophet Yunus alayhi salam. Some called Prophet Yunus alayhi salam a madman. Others called him a magician. Whenever they heard about mercy, forgiveness, and the afterlife, they turned their faces away in contempt. But the Prophet of Allah, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam, was not one to lose hope. Day after day, month after month, and even year after year, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam continued to invite them to the religion for 40 continuous years. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam explained to them, called them with love, and sometimes warned them of Allah's punishment. But alas, the stone hearts of Nineveh did not melt. Except for a handful of weak people, the entire nation remained firm in their disobedience. When no result came after 40 years of tireless effort, deep frustration and anger were born in the heart of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam due to human reasons. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam said that this nation was so arrogant that there was no hope for their guidance. Finally, his patience broke. Prophet Yunus Alayhi salam became angry with his nation and made a final announcement. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam said, "Since you have rejected the truth and denied the signs of Allah, know this, within a few days, Allah's punishment will consume you. Destruction will descend from the sky, and the wind will become hot like fire." Pronouncing this warning, before the direct command of Allah came, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam decided to leave the city of Nineveh out of intense grievance. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam thought, "I have fulfilled my duty. Now it is better to migrate from here." With a broken heart and intense grievance towards his nation, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam left the city alone. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam thought he must go far away from this settlement and these memories. Walking with a grieving heart, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam reached a distant seaport where a ship full of passengers was waiting. Arriving at that crowded port, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam saw a passenger ship preparing to leave. Tired and exhausted, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam did not delay and boarded that ship. The ship crossed the shoreline and began its journey towards the deep sea. In the beginning, the weather was quite pleasant. The blue waters of the sea shimmered in the sweet light of the sun, and the gentle breeze brought peace to the minds of the passengers. The passengers of the ship were busy with their own work. Some were chatting, and others were enjoying the beauty of the sea. But no one had the slightest clue that this calm sea would take a terrible form in a few moments. When the ship reached the deep sea far away from the locality, black clouds began to gather in the corner of the sky. In an instant, the light of day was extinguished, and everything was covered in darkness. A terrible storm began. The waves of the sea began to rise to mountainous heights. The roar of the wind made it seem as if the apocalypse had begun. The huge ship was rising up once with the impact of the turbulent waves and crashing down the next moment.